So I was busy earlier today. I had these racks of perches. I had one out here that was 4 feet long and had 5 perches on it. And I'm kind of looking at this and going, okay, I have at least 18 pairs that will be in here. Most of them are in here already. And there'll be, the 4 out in there, which adds another 8 birds. I need more perches. So I took down the other one, and I put up this one, which holds 8 perches on it. The one way up at the top's a little short for cockatiels, but the parakeets love it. I left the bigger space in between there so the cockatiels have they have a harder time flying between the ones that are only 10 inches apart, so this one is 14 inches apart and allows easy flight back and forth across the cage from this perch up here to this perch right here. I also, now you see my perches are all different thicknesses. I have a big fat round one right there and a skinnier one up there, and this one's really skinny right here, and the bottom one's really skinny and the others are kind of in between. But I also have always wanted to add square perches, which is what this is right here, providing a basically flat surface. And what I'm finding is it's been in here for 10 minutes. My cockatiels love it. So apparently that feels good on their feet. And there's another one down here. And again, I kind of, it's a little bit sloped, but generally pretty flat on top. And these little ones down here are also flat. And the reason I thought of it is I got these ones down here because they only sold 3 foot long ones. And this one's square too. And in spite of being the lowest perches in the cage, the birds spend a lot of time on them. So that tells me that the round, even though I've got perches that are all different sizes, the perfectly round thing, they like the flat top for a variation because their feet get sore from standing in the same position all the time. So they have 2 square ones, one there and one there. And that also leaves a lot more room for perching, because if you look at them, you can see that there's a very uniform distance apart that they stand. It's about 4 to 5 inches apart between each bird. Even mates don't necessarily stand right on top of each other. So you have to, if you want to keep fighting down, you have to make sure you have enough perches for everybody to comfortably find a place to sit that's at least 5 inches away from the birds on either side of it. So what I did was, this cage is 4 feet across. What I did was go from 20 feet of perch space to, what's 8 times 4? 32 feet of perch space. So more than a third again. Just about, and just making lots of room for everybody so we don't have to worry about any fighting or bickering. So they're also all staying down low because there's a breeze down here, and it's getting pretty toasty today. We're going to get out of the 90s after today, though, so we're going to get a break. Okay, so these guys are all looking good. The other thing I'm doing is, since I'm going to go down to breeding only twice a year, 2 8-week windows, which is just enough to get, one pair bred and their babies raised. So that means I'm going to have 2 windows in the year to breed birds, and I'm going to put 18 cages in the breeding shed, and that is it. That limits the number of breeding pairs that I can utilize. So right now I think I'm looking at 14 pairs to breed in the fall. But next spring I'm going to have babies from the juvenile cage, from the boy and girl's flight, that are going to be ready to breed. So I'm going to have to always be paring down to make sure I only have 18 pairs to breed each season. One in the fall, 18 in the spring, 18 in the fall. I can double breed some of my best pairs. I can and will double breed some of my best pairs. But some of them I've got a lot of chicks from. Like, for instance, where are they? They're Azul down here, and her Storm, whom's over where is it? Who's over here? That's Storm. Have given me 2 sets of babies. The first one was Peabody. The second one, I have 3 baby girls from them that are quite lovely, and one of them seems to have the good size that I'm looking for. So I only may need to breed them one more time, and then I will pass them on as a breeding pair. And this is a high-value pair. They make good babies, so I'm sure I won't have any trouble rehoming them. So that's kind of the plan. Is the other thing is, for instance, Stratus, which is this guy right here. I got him for my dilute breeding program. I have 5 of his chicks now. I don't need any more. But he's been paired with Marine, who's a high-value hen. Poor Marine has paid the price getting shuffled around all over the place. So, but I don't need to breed him anymore. So I will be passing him on again. And there's Sprite and Lilith, whom I brought back out here. No, sorry, Sparky and Lilith, who I brought back out here. Now, there was infertility here. Could have been seasonal. It could be that Sparky has aged out. He's 4 years old. Lilith laid eggs that had yolks in them and looked well formed and everything, so I don't think it's her. Could have been that it was the wrong season for him, although even with Buster, I did get 2 fertile eggs out of 6. So it could just been that he was in the wrong season, or it could be that he's actually aged out. Here's the problem. Lilith, I have never gotten chicks out of. And I need to get her bred to a male that I know for sure is fertile. Whereas Sparky, I have 2 beautiful chicks from him. And if he's a beautiful bird, and I'd love to keep breeding him, but if he's aged out, if it's possible that he's aged out, I don't want to breed him to Lilith because I can't have her throwing me another bunch of infertile eggs. She's done that. I have not managed to get her bred properly. So I'm going to split them up. Lilith is going to get bred to Hardy over there, who I know is fertile, is young, and is split to Texas Clear Body. So, so I'm going to breed her to him next fall, which is in 10 weeks. And Sparky, I will probably breed to Marine, because, where's Marine? Because, like I said, her current mate is this guy right here, Stratus, but I just don't need any more of Stratus's baby. And Marine's a high-value hen and a really good mother. She's sitting in that box, right? She's sitting in that food bowl right there. So I will, at some point in the next month or 2, pull Stratus and leave Marine on her own, and then set her up with Sparky in the fall. And hopefully Sparky will be fertile, and they will throw me some beautiful babies. But if it isn't, I have babies from Marine. She's one of Rainbow's line, so it won't be the end of the world if I don't get any babies from her this fall. And then that would prove that Sparky has aged out on me. So that's the plan for that. But yeah, I'm keeping only the best of my babies, and I'm going to keep this my breeding pairs down to 18, so that I don't end up being the crazy bird lady. I don't know how many birds I have. I kind of don't want to know. But it's not going to go beyond that. Okay, so that's the plan.